Our exit from the state is moving forward. Let's get a review. Hey there, this is Tom, Tom Tech Show. And as many of you know who watch my channel, that we are joining many others at exiting California. I've lived here my entire life except for 3 months when I was in Phoenix doing an internship worked at Honeywell. I did work at McDonnell Douglas Aircraft for a little while, and the project I was working on, building the MD-11, the components were being actually built by Honeywell in Phoenix, and I went over there and worked for a little while in Phoenix on that project. So that was the only time that I was really living outside California, but it was just a little blip along the way. But now it's time to leave. Now it's time to get out of here. Tired of taxes and do nothing government and just nothing going the way, nothing making sense anymore. So we're heading all the way across the country to Florida. So it's gonna be interesting. It's a bit better in Florida right now. I'm not worried about COVID numbers. I'm not worried about any of that. I have zero concern about that. We believe we've already had it. We did get sick in February of last year. Got really sick. My wife, Mrs. Tech Show, actually had her asthma go so bad that she had to get on Z-Pack and all that, which never happens. My son and I, we were horribly sick for the whole month. So we're not going to go get tested or anything for it, but I'm not really worried about it at this point. But in Florida, the governor there says lockdowns don't work, which is absolutely true. They've locked California down for, basically all of December and into January and until the winter months kind of receded or starting to recede, and it's starting to get, as it gets a little warmer, the normal winter flu season, that's what made it worse for people and not any kind of lockdown, because the harder they locked down, nothing ever stopped. It didn't do anything. Right. So we're moving here to where they say every job is essential. You work at a restaurant, they got your back. You're a hairstylist, we protect your right to earn a living. I mean, if you ever been, my wife is a tech show, she tells me about the nail salons and hair salons. They are so protected with gloves and masks and washing and everything else all the time that there's no way you're getting anything from a hair salon or a nail salon or anything. That's just asinine to close them down. And that's what Florida is doing. So it's, it seems to be a little bit better, environment. Land is easier to get. We're kind of tired of neighbors here in California. Our last place that we lived at, we had neighbors that were absolutely crazy, who would sit out in the front yard and watch what's going on, making sure nobody's doing anything wrong. Somebody built a car cover in their backyard, and it was 1 inch over the city rules, so they turned them into the city. I'm like, really? Just say, oh well, that's what I would do. Never mind. It's 1 inch. Now we've got neighbors that yell and scream profanity at us and call us all kinds of names over the fence. It's just because we're polite, I guess. That's what we've been getting. So we're kind of done with that. We do have our home loan is done and ready. So all we got to do is go and pick out a property, which we're going to be going the 13th of February. We're going to be going out, and the goal then is to search for a property and make an offer, put the money down, and get the whole ball rolling to get moved and out. We are set up. Mrs. Tech Show has done an incredible job. She has probably half of the house packed already. There's boxes everywhere. I am still if you can look back here, there's Star Trek things sitting everywhere. I am still actively clearing out my Star Trek collection, so link it to the eBay stores down below. But yeah, we're getting there. On the 13th to the 17th, we're going to fly out there. The goal is to just select, like I said, select a property and be done. And then from then, after that, it's put things together. We are looking, at, we're going to have to get a truck of some kind in order to haul stuff back there. The rest of everything is going in a U-Pack, which is they bring a full semi-trailer and you get so many feet of that semi-trailer to pack into, and then they put 2, 3, or 4 houses into one of those semi-trailers, and then once it's full, they head it across the country. The other way, if you want to do like a budget renter truck or a U-Haul or one of those, it's crazy expensive to get out of California. Last time I checked, to get into California from Florida was $1,500. To go to Florida from California was around $6,000, because there are no trucks in California. People are exiting the state like you would not believe. So I would recommend looking into U-Pack. If you're leaving, go look at the U-Pack. It seems to be, they have little pods that they'll drop and you can pack things in little pods, but it just seems to be a better deal is the get the whole semi-trailer dropped, and then you got 3 days to pack it. Then you lock it off, and then they come with the semi-truck and they pull it and haul it to somewhere else. And then somebody else packs, and then eventually it makes its way across the country. You get 3 days to unload. So if we have a garage on the other end, you just move everything into the garage so then they can take the trailer off, and then you're good to go. So, but that seems to be, I think it's going to be around $4,000 to do that across the country, but it saves you from, if you're renting a U-Haul, right, it saves you from doing all the driving, putting all the gas in, and all that, trying to get across country like 2,400 miles that we're going to be traveling. It's just going to be nicer just to be in something like a nice truck, and then we'll also have we have a Kia Soul. We'll also have that. So that's kind of the plan so far. We got to, once we get, like I said, the key is once we get there on the 13th. And looking for a property is just boom, hit it, find what we want right away, and then move across. So should be good. We got a lot of details with the animals that we have to bring across, because we have to get them. Some of the pets need their update on their rabies vaccination, and some of the other pets actually need some kind of a blood medical check. We have a chinchilla and rabbit and chicken and lovebird that are going, so they need, especially the chicken, there's big problems if you don't want to bring in any chicken with any kind of avian disease that's going to wipe out a farmer's chickens and stuff. So that's something we don't want to do, but it's moving forward. I'm excited, but tentative that there's so many little details moving. We moved down here, which was only about 450 miles, which was not too bad, because you're driving that in a day and all that. But this is going to be multiple days. It's going to take about 4 days to get across the country, and I'm mapping that out, getting that set. So it's going to be crazy, but it's going to be good. Once we get there, we'll have some space, some acreage, ways to relax. I can unregister my gun from California and say goodbye, and don't have to register it in Florida. So there you go. Another benefit. They're okay with you just you have a gun. Okay, have fun with that. Don't shoot anybody. Be responsible. Oh, okay, I can be responsible. Thank you. That's, I don't need the state to be responsible for me. I can be responsible for myself. And that's what we're doing. That's why we're kind of moving to Florida. So we'll be kind of in towards the middle of the state. We will be near Disney World. So that's one of our kind of qualifications for where we have to live, since we're such, Disney nuts, that we want to be able to live near a Disney park. And that's the only other one in the United States. So, because I don't think we're leaving the States, moving out of the United States. That would be a little nuts. That would be a hard move to do. Wow. Okay. All right, are you moving out of California? Are you in California? Are you leaving? Let me know what you're doing, how your plans are going. And if you got any suggestions, that things maybe I might not have thought about, and help me out. Get me out of here. All right. Thanks for watching. Take care.